Y'all can't even see me. Hold on. 1 second. Ooh. Let's see if I can turn this on. That's about as much light as I have. Ugh. Oh, y'all can't even see me. How y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning. All right, so it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I have a generator that is ran off a solar panel. But I just spent my money having an electrician to come out here to hook up my camper to electricity. And I am in the back of my grandma's yard, and they didn't turn the electricity off on me. So without electricity, my food that I just paid for to fill up my refrigerator is going bad. So, if anybody don't know me, my name is Torya. I am being held hostage by my family. Yes. Because for some reason, there's a ghost that keeps stealing my personal information. And they keep bringing me over to a family that I have not seen since I was a little bitty girl that keep doing weird, evil stuff. And I just don't understand. Like, for all of the evil in the world, why would I want to be around it? Like, that's my only protest. Can I please remove myself from people who don't like me? So, I just went grocery shopping yesterday, filled up my refrigerator that I just bought. Okay? So, I just purchased this refrigerator. I ended up buying it last week, but I couldn't use it, so I didn't do nothing with it. So what I've been doing is every single day I go to Family Dollars and I buy food every single day to eat. That way so the food won't go bad. That way so I wouldn't have to worry about trying to make sure I keep it fresh or if it go bad. I just purchase whatever I'm gonna eat for that day, and I usually try to buy breakfast and lunch. And then for dinner, I just repeat whatever I have left and turn it into a meal. Yesterday, I went grocery shopping so I can save money because it do become to the point where I'm spending a lot of money going to the store every day and buying food. It is also wasting food because if I don't eat it before it thaws out or go bad or get becomes hot, I have to throw it away. So it's so crazy that every night, while I guess my family think I'm asleep, at like 1 o'clock in the morning, they'll unplug my electricity to my camper. Now, mind you, it's already jacked up. They charging me, so I have to pay to be here. You feel what I'm saying? So they're charging me $300 a month, and out here in Huntsville, Alabama, a RV park charges you $500. Well, it's between $500 and $600. Okay, on my side of town, which I'm on the north side, and that's just like the ones I have located. It's $500 to $600, and that include water, electricity, sewer. They keep the maintenance on the grass and everything like that. That's including a park. That's including a lounge area as well as a public, like, lounge restroom area. I'm paying 300 and I can't use the water. I can't do nothing. Like, that's crazy. That's so crazy. and they literally turned off my electricity. Like, I just don't get it. I don't know. Okay, let me explain something. I haven't been around these people in years. Okay, I don't know what type of sorcery BS they're trying to pull, but I haven't seen these people in years since I probably was a teenager. Now, as an adult, I'm being forced to be here just so they can try to hurt my feelings. But here's the craziest thing. Lord, they don't even have a GED. They'll never ever hurt my feelings. They don't have anything established, processed, gained. They could never ever in their life hurt my feelings. And here is the wildest part. Even with my life the way that it's going, the craziest part is, why can't I just go out here and suffer on my own? I mean, whoever heard of struggling while living with your folks, your parents? And the saddest part is, I can't get nothing from them without them wanting to charge me. So if I'm so good and responsible with paying them my money, then why can't I go out here and survive on my own? Because I pay my bills on time just fine. And then all of a sudden, I have to come here and live with my folks. So they want money out of me. So if I come over here and live with my family, it's supposed to be because somewhere, some form or fashion, I wasn't able to survive. I didn't establish myself to build and make some progress to do something that will keep me on a positive note. How is it that I can't survive on my own paying my bills, but I can supposed to come over here and I'm supposed to be an A1 citizen and I'm supposed to pay my bills on time as long as I'm over here with my kinfolks? That don't make no sense. But the fact that you're trying to charge me $300 and you're not trying to make sure that I have the things that I need, y'all don't come in and ask me. And in this day and age, you don't even have to come knock on my door. You can call me, FaceTime me, message me, and say, "Hey, you okay? Hey, you got everything you need?" But why would they call or text or check on me to ask me if I'm fine if I'm in their backyard and they're turning the electricity off? So I guess I come on here to vent. My mind is probably doing cartwheels trying to figure out why in hell would I want to be around some evil people? Like, what? I don't even like y'all. Okay. But then the fact of the matter is, while I'm around these evil people, what in the carnation, what will possess you to assume that you can do some things that you want to me and there won't be no repercussions? What? Like, what? What is so crazy is, why would I want to be even part of this family? Y'all are evil, sick, vindictive people. Like, what? This is mind blowing. And I live in a camper. A camper. Why would you turn off my electricity, first of all? Second of all, why would you possess yourself to try to manipulate and control me? I really believe that for some odd reason, my family has some bad blood with me just because I don't want to be around them. And I do not hide this. I wouldn't dare come on live and say stuff like this if I have not already spoke this to face to the individuals that I told this to. Okay, like, I didn't tell my grandma, I didn't tell my mama. Like, why would I want to hang around y'all in my prime? Like, y'all old and pretty much then gave up on whatever existence you have, that you don't even care how you look. You don't care if you go anywhere. You don't care if you do anything. You don't even care where you actually have going on for yourself. Like, really? And for me to sit around and pretty much just act as if you can hurt my feelings because you don't have no motion, you don't have anything going for yourself, is be wild. Meant like firecrackers are going off in my brain. I don't know. I guess I built tough skin at such a young age because I was put in situations where I had to deal with people on a day to day basis that I didn't like, that I didn't know. You know, like it's such a young age for me to be around older people. You know, I pretty much hung around older people my entire life. That what happens when you're being raised by the streets at age 14 to 15 because your family don't care. You know, my grandma didn't raise me, my mama didn't raise me, my daddy didn't raise me. Complete strangers raised me, and the blessing in that is they taught me enough to survive on my own. So it's like whatever they got me through life is basically gave me survival skills to depend on myself. You know, and the best I can do is try to give myself a pretty relaxed life so that I can focus on what's most important to me. And I'm being distracted by some BS. I don't know if they want me to cry, scream, shout, but you're not getting none of that ghetto, unnecessary behavior out of me. You got life so screwed. It's just sad that I don't know. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to explain when you don't understand. So it's like, how can I explain you something that I don't understand? Because I'm just looking like y'all don't even have a GED. You're uneducated. You don't have anything going for yourself. No type of income. No type of retirement. Nothing. Living in other people's places, and then you have a nerve to have the audacity to think that you can be low down people and it's going to get better. Like, who said that? Who taught you that? Because they need to be taken over somebody's knee and whooped. Like, literally, they don't even fight them, like, chastise them type of whooping. Because who in their right mind would believe that you have the audacity, the authority to think that you can come and chastise me after I had already been raised up amongst strangers? And if anybody didn't know this, I'm a criminal. I have been incarcerated. Think about that. I have been with lions, tigers, and bears, and some rodents. Think they're gonna hurt my feelings? It's amazing. I had to get that off my chest. But everyone have a wonderful day. I'm sorry. I just can't get mad. I think my anger skills are zero to none. Like, don't get me wrong, I get upset when I'm trying to defend myself. But in a situation where I don't know, it's like I'm in advanced class and the retard, I'm sorry, the special ed class is trying to compete with me. What we in a spelling bee? What we doing math? Like, y'all don't leave, please. Like, don't play with me. So I'm sorry. It's like it's too funny to me. I'm too goofy. I'm. This is not serious. Like, this world is really not real. Cause who, girl, stop playing with me. Not even including the fact that I have no responsibilities that's causing me to spend any of my money on nobody and nothing but what I want to. Like, God has blessed me. Like, miracles has come in made life. What? Mind y'all, I retired at 30 after driving CDL trucks. So even though I'm a criminal, I'm also somebody that have repented and changed my life around and made better decisions, okay? And the funniest thing is the amount of money that I make in one single day. And the fact that somebody think they basically gonna hold me here hostage so they can find a way to steal it or use it or honey. I spent all my money on me, me. And you can call me selfish, you can call me low down. I don't care. We're literally talking about survival. It is not selfish when you had to do it at age 13 or 14 without any parents, which to me, I don't even feel salty about it. So it's so crazy that my mom and my grandma turned the lights off on me in my camper. And then people are wondering, well, why would they do that? I'm assuming maybe they got some issues. They're not right in the head because it's so crazy that I don't even feel bitter about being raised by strangers, just for some fact because in my weird, crazy mind, I just feel blessed that I was raised without parental guidance that wasn't top tier. You know what I'm saying? Like I was raised by strangers and they wasn't all holier than thou, but they did give me a perspective so that I can see with my third eye and make good decisions versus being raised by some people who basically are confined to their own troubled mind. I'm just so happy they didn't raise me because I would dare want to be somebody that's living with the idea that it's okay to treat people the wrong way. Like what? So here's the catcher. This is the big one right here. They couldn't even hurt my feelings if they literally tried to take me out, like put a hit out on me. Just for the simple fact because I've survived all of their nonsense. So in my mind you, I retired at 30. Okay, I've been retired, and I only have one child that I brought in this world, and it was enough that I could afford to take care of. I didn't make any decisions that I did not think through clearly because I grew up so fast at such a young age. So I had to make every decision count. And I move like chess, not like checkers. I never jump on nothing or move too quickly. I plan everything out and make sure everything is done the way that I need it to go. And I always make sure that it connects me to the next step in my life. But just the fact that these are the same people that I used to fill out applications for, do documents for, read, teach them how to write. And not to talk bad about them, but to see how you can bite a hand that feeds you, and you think I'm still gonna feed you, and they literally money hungry, greedy, and I ain't got nothing to do with it because I would give all of my stuff, but I done it. I literally have nothing. And I kid you not. I never gave a care about no materialistic stuff. I have started over so many times in life that I swear to God, I have jumped through the galaxy. I'm on a whole different realm. You feel what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, materialistic stuff to me is not my goal. I'm so far ahead. I'm definitely in a different galaxy. I'm definitely on a different world. I rather have assets that I cannot touch that will in the future bring me forth profit before I sit around and guard trash that will not benefit me anything. Like what? Who want a house full of trash? I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled. I feel like I am. That's my downfall. I feel like by me not having any parental guidance while I was young, from 15 all the way up to pretty much maybe like probably 17. So 15 and 17, I didn't have any guidance. And then I had a mother-in-law that came in and became my guidance from age pretty much 17 to 22, maybe 24. I say 24. That was my that was my guidance. Then after 24, it became solely on me, you know. So I feel like with only having one kid, which I mean, you really think about it, anybody can relate. If you're a pet mom or whether you have children, having less responsibilities do allow you to lollygag and give you a little more time to think things over. You're not rushed, you're not pressured, you're not put on the spot. So even with me having only one kid, it still gave me leeway to make my life decisions to go the way I want to. You feel what I'm saying? And everything I did, I feel like I made sure that it connected to something else. I went out here and got a college degree. I decided that while I was young, I was going to get two careers. One career of mine is driving 18 wheelers. I have a Class A CDL. My other career is I type 60 words per minute and I do business management. Okay. I graduated with a 4.0. All right. I stayed on the presidential list, stayed on it. Listen to what I'm trying to explain or just get off my chest. With these type of careers, I already planned it out. I go ahead and get it while I'm young. That way, so for the CDL, I could drive all through my younger years. With CDL, the downfall is you always sitting down, you always eating junk food. So I knew that in that career it wouldn't last long because you have to do a physical and you have to get a DOT to make sure that your body is up to par to be able to drive that big truck because you got to carry that weight. And it seems like it's easy until it's not. Emergency situations, all of that weight that you're driving, you have to control with just a twirl of a steering wheel. So if you jackknife, if you run off the road, anything, that's a lot of power and weight that you have to be responsible for. So I knew as I got older, I didn't want to do it. So I decided that I was going to have a fallback career and I was going to work in the office. That way, my older years, I could sit down and gradually my health decline, but be still on top of it to the point where I can at least manage it. Okay? We can't avoid aging, but we can't age like fine wine only by maintaining it. Okay? Keeping our maintenance up. So, with that being said, I knew by me having only one kid, regardless of what career I go in, I would be able to give her my full attention. There's nothing that I can't do for her. And that's kind of what I wanted to be able to do. I wanted to be available for my child because she didn't ask to be here. Okay? Now, the problem is the more I try to be available for my kid, I don't know if it's because she's happy. I don't know if she's bragging. I don't know if it's because she's doing so well. But it seems as other people feel obligated to think that I owe them something. So what if my mom have a vendetta to me because she feel like I owe her something because she lost her younger years? Mind you, I had my daughter pretty much as I was graduating high school. I had my child at 17. But by me being so advanced in school, I was doing well enough where I really wasn't falling back. I never was somebody. I stayed in trouble, but I never was somebody who didn't do my work. And I even even when I didn't go to school, baby, I still was turning in my work to the principal in the office when I come back. I don't care. So I never failed the grade. I always got promoted. So to me, I did what I supposed to do. I didn't have my fun. I didn't live my life. And fortunate for me, I lived my older years in my younger years. So I'm childish. I'm too childish, but it's okay because now I'm living my youth in my older years because I grew up too fast. So it's kind of crazy that it reversed. But it's real crazy that while I'm enjoying my retirement, I retired at 30, y'all. Crazy that while I'm enjoying my retirement, that my own family would take advantage of that and think that because I retired, that means I have money for them. But what's even crazier is that they didn't invest in me. They didn't feed in me. They didn't grow me into to be something successful enough to allow me to repay them. They ain't been doing nothing but trying to be low down to me. What do I owe you, baby? Then every time I see them, if y'all want my life, take it, baby. Because you're the only one that thinks that it is valuable. So I don't know what pawn shop, what thrift store you going to take me to get a refund check for it. Because ain't nobody going to buy me. You're going to have to pay somebody for to put me in the ground. Foolishness. However, it's okay because the simple fact is I don't want for nothing. I don't ask somebody for anything. And if I need it, I want it, I'm going to get it. And it's not so much of me being a criminal mindset, thinking that I can go out here and take nothing. It's the mindset of I'm a business woman and I'm going to go out here and I'm going to make it happen. You kind of get what I'm saying? The criminal mindset comes in because I am being distracted, sidetracked by some evil people. And it's so crazy that my criminal history comes from me trying to survive this at a young age. My mom put me out at 14. I don't know if anybody has ever felt that type of pain, but that automatically turns you into a criminal just for the simple fact because you're being thrown into a lifestyle that you was not prepared for, and you're being prepped to fail. You're literally being put into a situation where you are told or you're being guided down a path where you can't do nothing but fail. And you know how crazy it is? Even though my mother prepared and prepped me to fail, I think they're upset because I actually succeeded. Ain't that crazy? Weird. Weirdos! Weirdo. So now she feeling some type of way because she thinks that I owe her something due to the fact because she threw away her life having 4 kids, didn't do her motherly duties, which would have been fine if she would have bumped herself up into society by going out here and going ahead and getting her education and making up for her ill mind of messing up while she was young. But no, 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 no. Threw that whole life away. Now you want to act like your kids owe you something. Ain't that about nothing? Now, as far as my father's from Michigan now. Great guy. Um, but he ain't right in the head either. Okay, he's incarcerated. So it comes to the point where I deal with his side of the family as well. And even his side, but let me tell you this. I'm gonna say this first. His side of the family is not evil. Okay, his side of the family is not trying to put me in situations to make me suffer. You know what I'm saying? So his side of the family, they show me love, even though he still was not in my life. And like I said, I don't hold no grudges against my parents because I was the cool kid. I didn't have no parental guidance. I was the kid who could stay up all night. I was the kid who could hang out at everybody's house, spend the night. I was the kid who was always the fun one. I was the kid who always had a car, always had my own apartment. I had my own apartment at 15, and I had a swimming pool. So you already know what if anybody ever went to a high school in a public high school, knows that if you're a kid that has that type of freedom, that can buy her own clothes, go wherever she wants to, you was one of the popular kids. You was one of the kids that everybody felt like was cool. So I don't hold no grudges because I didn't have to be raised by two ill-minded parents that probably would have made me suffer. I didn't have to go to school and not have my hair done. I didn't have to go to school and not have a certain outfit or uniform or money for the field trips. I went to every field trip at my school, and from middle school and high school, every field trip my school, man, I went. I went because I was a hustler. I was a go-getter. I was an entrepreneur. And I didn't sit around and depend on my parents because they already killed that bond. We didn't have that family oriented mindset. We was already dysfunctional. So when it broke up the family, it was everybody for themselves. And in my mindset, when it was everybody for themselves, I didn't go out here and just decide to be for myself. I went back and helped out my little sister. I have a little sister. She's 2 years younger than me. So I felt as if it was my obligation to look out for her because I didn't want her to end up like me. But if she did, I wanted her to have somewhere to go to. I didn't want her to end up, life could always be worse. So I would never complain. But I just thank God that I didn't end up behind, some 7-Eleven or inside of some raggedy motel. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want that for her. My mind was so strong and I was so dominant and I was an alpha that I made my downfall turn it to my motivation. I made money. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have feelings. My feelings don't get hurt. It motivates me to go out here and grind and get money and build. It opens my mind from a tunnel vision to a plasma TV. I want to see it all. So it's so weird that I went back and made sure my sister had school clothes, supplies, and I still helped my mom pay her bills, even though she put me out because I had two jobs and I was buying cars. I had 2 or 3 cars. I was 15 years old with a Monte Carlo and a Buick. Both old school clean. I didn't even have to put no paint job on them. They didn't have no dents, no scratch, no nothing. Nothing was missing off of them. I had the original radio in it and everything. And it was old school, in 1967 and 1956. These were old school cars, you know what I'm saying? But I purchased them cash at age 15. I bought my first car at 15 and a second car at 16. I got my own apartment at 15. Then at 17, I went and got another car, a Cavalier. I had 3 cars in front of my house and I wasn't even 18 yet. See what I'm saying? So this is why people have to understand a mother don't supposed to treat you like you're an object. But when your mother already feel as if she don't have what other people have, she don't mind lynching off of whoever she can get hands on. It goes from men and then it start turning into your kids because it's a behavioral trait. She's looking for somebody to take care of her. And she's going to do whatever she has to make sure that it's done as long as she don't have to. So it rubbed off on her thinking that men was going to take care of her. But then when they wouldn't take care of her, then it's, oh, I have somebody. So she came and depended on me. And it's sad to say, become to a bad behavior. Because now everywhere I go, every time I do something, they want to come and dog me out. Listen to this crazy stuff. Now you see me doing good. Now let me tell you why they turned off my utilities. Because I went and got my electricity fixed. Now, mind you, I bought this camper for $1,200. Okay. Now nobody been putting no money in this camper but me. No one but me. Everything in here I paid for out of my pocket. Okay. Why, if I go and pay somebody to fix my camper up, now you want to turn the electricity off? And you know why? Because when I first bought this camper, the floors was rotting out of it. As I build it up, they're, it's sad to say, it's like they're trying to constantly put me into a situation where I still have to struggle. So my family is weird. I don't know if anybody else who live in Huntsville, Alabama, and have a weird family like mine. I guess you can't say they're like sinners. They're vampires. They want to suck the life out of you because their life is pretty much settled. They didn't settle for what they have, but everything they see, they want. So the sad part is, the harder I work to build my life up, the harder they're trying to rip it from me underneath me. So if I just got an electrician to hook up my electricity so that I can be able, and mind you, I'm trying to fix this back up into what it's supposed to be. The sad part is I don't even know if everything on this camp will work because when I purchased it, it was not in functioning mode. The real sad part is that my family was okay with me living in a non-functioning camper. They didn't want me to go out here and buy something that was already built for me to live comfortable. They wanted me to live in here uncomfortable. And it is sad that they see me building and fixing it up, and you want to rip that away from me and make it go back into the unfunctional. So I don't know. I'll say from a therapist mindset, maybe they're just used to being dysfunctional. What they got to do with me, though? You get what I'm saying? What they have to do with me? And I feel like it don't really affect me as much as it should because I was not raised underneath the same mindset that they was raised. Okay, so they out here busting their butt, but they can't pay their bills on time. They can't pay the bills on time. It don't matter how much money you have. You can't establish no good relationship with no one. No one don't want to do no business with you because you don't have good credit, because you don't pay your bills, because you don't have no trust. So it don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how many years you've been working at a job. You still don't have nothing established. You're just as lost as someone who don't have anything. So, with that being said, I guess my motto today would be, and I'm basically giving myself motivation. My motto today would be allow people to show you their true colors without you getting upset. That's when you realize not only are you grown, but you're winning. Because it's easier to observe and then make your move than to pounce before you have a good ground foundation. I sit in this camper full time with no electricity, no water, no sewer. I might as well be incarcerated, especially if this is me visiting with my family. When I can go out here with complete strangers and they're calling me family and treating me like a traditional family would. So why would I want to be around some sickos when at the end of the day it don't benefit me? But at the same time, I take this as a learning lesson. I don't need anybody to come in and interfere with what I have established for myself because it becomes a distraction. So, in order for to avoid distractions, I can't stay mad or get mad. Now, if I get mad, I'm going to retaliate. Once I retaliate, it's out my system. I'm good. It's just like a bowel movement that passed. It's gone. It's no longer my issue. Now, if I don't get mad and don't retaliate, then it's like it never even happened. Mm, 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 mm. Motivation. Well, the good news is I did get my electricity fixed, which is what I was waiting for, which is kind of why I stopped working on my camper and posting pictures or vlogging, because I didn't want to keep on working on it if it wasn't any good. But come to find out, nothing looks bad on it, but we do need to figure out if everything in here is up and running. So I was able to see some of the stuff. We did get some new pipes and plugs in that was taken off of the camper. But if I can't move this camper and go and travel in it, it might as well be a storage because, yeah, what else is there to do? Because I don't need to sit over here and be looking at my I mean, my special ed weirdo family, and we don't do anything together. Nothing in common. What? Like, no barbecues, no family reunion, no brunch, no out to hang out to the movies, no nothing. If I go to the movie theaters, I'm going to the movie theaters with coworkers, neighbors, people, people that I meet at interviews, job fairs. I don't go nowhere in public with these foolish people. Then while I'm over here at their house, which I refuse to live under anybody's house. When I moved out of my mother's house, I said I would never move back in with her, and I never have. But you know what the funny thing is? I've slept in my car in front of her house. And I want to say she the only person that would let me sleep in my car in front of her house. My daddy, my aunties, my uncles, even my grandma would not let me. They'll come knock on the door. Who that is in this car? You better get out of that car before I call the police on you. Oh, it's just me. What you doing out here in this car? Sleeping and getting some shut eye. Nah, you don't sleep in no car. You gotta come in the house. Oh, okay. Simple as that. Simple as that. The only person, and people in Huntsville, Alabama, they know, but they just don't say nothing because who wants to fight with a mother about their child? Especially when it's not seeping in. It's no use. Everybody can see that my mother is not motherly material. It's the nicest way I can say it. So everybody in my area, we all know how it is. Which is why I feel like a lot of people they give me sympathy. A lot of people they respect me, and a lot of people look out for me. Cause they're like, man, I had a mama like yours, and I'd be like, just imagine how a mother like mine, and I still survive. Mm. She tried to drown me. And God said, breathe, child. Just breathe. And I have been breathing ever since. Whew. I'm behind my grandma's house in her backyard. And they had turned the electricity off. That I just hooked up to put my groceries in the refrigerator. Did that make any sense? I think that's what's getting me. I think that's what's messing my head up. Because it's like every time I try to vlog, every time I try to go out here and have a good day, do my job, do my life, just stay focused. There's enough in the world. I mean, it's so much going on in the world. And it's like I have to stop my entire life to focus on do any of this make sense? Grandma, why would y'all turn the utility off? Now and here is what we all have to pay attention to. People will smile on your face, stab you in the back. But the saddest part is they're stabbing me in my back and then looking at me in my face and acting like, well, what you gonna do about it? Now I have some options that I can take. However, I have to be smart enough to take an action where I need them to see that they're losing in order for them to recognize and give me my props for winning. I'm playing chess because that means I got to move 3 steps ahead just for them to understand that all of this that they're doing to me is not benefiting them to the point where you're broke, to the point where you're turning off my utilities because you want me to know that you ain't got no money, or you want to get my attention because you want me to come in there so you can ask me for money, or so you can get information out of me. So the ghosts, you can send a ghost out here so they come out here and see what I have to steal. Like I've never in my life been that nosy, but it's that sad that they're so nosy that they're seeing one of our family members out here in one of these God forbid Harry Potter cloaks just to see what I have, just to be nosy. I just don't understand it. I mean, ugh. It's tricky because we can't ask for our parents, but I have already come comfortable with not knowing or having a relationship with my parents, and now I'm at square one where I have to learn that my parents are stupid. Like, wow, wow, like y'all weird, wow. And I've never met no human beings in my entire life like this. It's mind blowing. It's like, and it's so crazy because your own family will try you. See, a stranger won't try you because they don't know your full potential. But it's so crazy that your own family will try you because they think they know. But they don't know that I got tricks up my sleeve, honey. So my motivation, just allow your enemies to be your motivation because I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's no end to misery. Like there's no expiration date. There's no um due date. There's no deadline. Being miserable, angry, and mad can consume you for your entire existence. And you're fine to do it. I was just raised different. I don't do nothing unless it benefits. And I needed benefit for now and my 10, 20 year plan down the line. So that means right now I'm thinking of my everyday for the next month. And then I'm also thinking 4 or 5 years ahead for my retirement. You see what I'm saying? When I hit 50 and 60 years old, what I do today, it affects that. So I'm making preparations right now that is going to actually come to the light and go in effect 5 or 10 years from now. I'm always making investments that I cannot touch right now. So I'm happy to say I'm broke because I can't touch my money. But when I become to a age where I can't have the freedom to go out here and work or move or do the things that I once loved to do, I'm prepared to go ahead and sell out. Cash out. I just want to say, hey, cash that, cash it out. So it's amazing that someone wanna drag me down and don't even know how. Y'all ain't even preparing for tomorrow, let alone 5 or 10 years from now. Y'all don't even have nothing established. Where your foundation? Now I might be in a camper, but my life go far beyond this camper. I already have assets, land, businesses. I have stuff that I don't even touch because in our state of Alabama, this is considered a retirement state, which for investing is perfect because you can literally sit on stuff because it's a slow moving snail. This city don't have any entertainment. A play, you can go to a play, you can go to a park, uh, and a car show. That if in a concert, if you live in Huntsville, Alabama, baby, they gonna concert you to death in the woods. They're gonna car show you to death. They're gonna prance around. They're gonna let you do small, minute things. We don't have an NFL team. We don't have no actual adventure. We barely have any zoos. I think Huntsville don't even have a zoo. We gotta go to Birmingham, matter of fact, or Nashville, Tennessee. Um, we don't have anything that you could actually be involved in this on a scale of your community. Not unless you're doing something like a block party or you're doing some type of fundraiser or something like that. But on a scale of community, you can go out here and you can just build together. No, no. Because I want to say a couple of years back, I know I told my grandma and mama, why I need to sit around and talk to y'all. I said, I ain't never want to be nosy. Only time I want to know somebody's business is when it's a business that we're trying to get together, put our money together and make money off of. Now, my family all want to pitch in and put $500 or $1,000 in and we all go in on some type of um franchise or some type of business plan or something. I'm all for it. Now we can be up underneath each other all day long. But if we just getting up underneath each other just so we can see what the next person got, and we ain't got nothing, none of us. Excuse me. May I be excused? May I be excused? Excuse me. Sorry for interrupting. But can I be excused from yeah? Excuse me. Because what? We sitting around where y'all want to know everything I'm doing. Y'all worry about every 5 cent, 10 cents I spend, but y'all ain't got nothing to put in. I guess that do suck having a family that can't do nothing but suck you dry, kill your dreams. I didn't even know that existed. Cause you know how usually your parents want you to have better. Usually your family they go all out for your accomplishments. Not these weirdos. They all come around for your funeral and when your downfall. Man, you'll see more of them at your court date than you would at your wedding. Man, what? Weirdos. I don't know. I learned a lot being around them. Man, a snake got too many skins. Man, 'cause they'll show a snake don't mind. A snake don't mind peeling their skin back in front of your face. These are snakes that don't even care that you know that they low down. Cause their whole objective is now you know I'm low down, what you gonna do about it? I don't want to deal with you. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna call you. I don't have no motion for you. You're not invited nowhere I go. You don't even fit in my crowds. And that's enough to make them mad. Clearly, they turned off my electricity. Can't even watch TV. Thank God I have a solar panel. But unfortunately, the solar panel don't run enough. I can only run one item. So that means if I run my refrigerator, I can't watch TV. If I run my TV, I can't run my fan. If I can't run my fan, I mean, if I run my fan, I can't cook. So I feel like this is my motivation because we only learn from our mistakes. So I sit here and I learned that my mistake was thinking that I had a family when I really just had relatives. All right, y'all, let me get off of here because shoot, I mean, this is how I grind. That's what this is still in me. I just can't sit here and be like, oh my god, it's gonna get hot. And like, no, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna think because I gotta be prepared due to the fact that all right, it's 5:49, 6 o'clock. I know it's gonna start getting warm or warming up about 10. That means I have literally 4 hours to figure out a plan, even if I have to knock on everybody's door and ask them, can I connect my electricity to their house? Closed mouth don't get fed. I don't have no pride, especially when it comes to people understanding. I have no family. I have relatives because my family wouldn't treat me like this. My family would not turn off the electricity. My family would not let me be in a situation that makes me uncomfortable. My family would not be out here trying to allow me to live in unsanctuary, sanitized, glorified situations. Made me think about them Lifetime movies when the kids are being kidnapped from the hospital and being raised by a whole different family. Like, even is y'all even my relatives? Made me want to do a DNA test. Well, all I can say is I'm figuring it out as I go, and the best thing that I can do is use it for my benefit. And as using it for my benefit is, at least I got a roof over my head and I own everything in this bad boy. They can come in here and steal whatever they want to, take whatever they want to. Materialistic stuff do not bother me. My mind is set on I can sell this bad boy, take that, flip the profit, and go ahead. Cause let me see, I put about 500 in. If I bought it for 12, I could sell this bad boy for 25. 25 is enough money to get me out of Huntsville, Alabama. Bingo. Yahtzee! I don't have to be here. See what I'm saying? But I'm sure enough that every time I leave Huntsville, Alabama, they call the police on me. Oh yeah. I done left. I done lived in Atlanta. I done moved from Huntsville. And I done had the police chase me down. They even wrecked one of my cars, ran me off the road. And after I got out the car, like I was finna fight them, like, what? Hold on, wait a minute now. You acting like I done killed somebody or something, like I got a kid in the car or something. Then they like, oh, you didn't want to stop. Man, I ain't got time for the talk. What's even the problem? Because you ain't putting no handcuffs or putting a bullet in my head. What's going on? Well, you got a missing. You got a report out saying that you're missing. You finna kill me? What? God, you finna put me in a box to send back to my family because they looking for me? Ain't that about? Yes. My family would call the police on me and act like I am missing when I run away. And they know I ran away. Yeah, weirdos. Weirdo. They brains need to be studied. I'm finna go to the courthouse. I'm finna ask, can I make sure that all my family members' organs are donated to the science because they need to be really studied how sick and pathetic they are. I done left Huntsville, Alabama so many times, and the police that brought me back here every single time. Right hand of God, I don't have no reason to lie. So, therefore, that means I got to go further than outside of this state. I got to get outside of the United States of America just to make sure that these ignorant folks don't use their name plate because my mother loved using, I'm her mother, to get in my apartment, to get me, to find out where I work at, to file my taxes. You know that I didn't even get my stimulus check because they said that my mama filed me for my taxes. And said since somebody got taxes that year, it eliminated. I didn't get none of the stimulus. My mama filed my daughter's whole entire existence every year. Money hungry is a disease, and I'm just not finding that out. Now I gotta go out here and do my own research so we can figure out who can fix this, or at least make a new rehab. Because drugs ain't the only problem. Everything can be an addiction, and stupidity seems to be an addiction over here because it's too weird for me, honey. I don't want no parts of it though. Okay, so therefore, all I can do is outsmart them. Let me use my motivation. Y'all, I hope this right here, story time, was something that can motivate you to get out of your slump, your depression, your suicide mode. Hopefully, that'll get you out of your bed rotten phase. Get up and don't let nobody get inside your head to make you believe that you don't have something to do. It's always something to do. You got to clean up. You need to go in and try your clothes on, see can you fit them. You need to take a shower. You got your hair to do. You got a garden to attend. It's something you could do. You got reading to catch up on. And fortunately for me, I have a family that keeps me on my toes. So I got money to go make. Because I refuse to be put in a situation where I have to be uncomfortable because somebody else don't have the common sense or decency to make sure that I am fine. But if anybody asking, I'm doing well. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day.